Hey, TLC and LadyScorpion, and we are at the Saguaro National Park here in Arizona. And behind us, you can see there are a lot of cactuses. And the visitor center does have a lot of information and a lot of forms and a lot of people who've been doing this all day. But it is a beautiful park out here, and we are still, like I said, right here on the tip of the visitor center. But we got an overlook that is just perfectly designed. They just started a walking tour. It's a half-hour walk and talk, and we decided not to go on that. We're gonna just drive around and see things as we see them. But just wanted to show you where we were and what we're doing, and this is the next part of our adventure. We're not quite off grid yet, but we're getting closer. All right, so hey, have a good day. Thanks, bye.
Can I be held responsible when the wind calls out my name and I chase it through the reaches of my mind? Over hills and mountains, cross rivers deep and wide, I'll flip every stone that I find.
TLC and LadyScorpion, we have just entered the park for the Saguaro National Park, and we are in the western park. There's an eastern and a western. We're starting down through the past. We just left the visitor center, and the volume of cactus around here is just amazing. We've been seeing them from a distance as we were driving up the road, and the drive-through in this park, even just to get to the visitor center, it's just amazing and definitely worth the trip out here. We're gonna keep heading through this area and checking out different areas of it. We have some still shots and some videos. We hope you enjoy. All right, we'll talk to you at the end of the park. All right, bye. Hey, TLC and LadyScorpion, and we went up Signal Hill in Saguaro National Park. And we went up to see where the hieroglyphs were, petroglyphs are. And so if you look behind us, you can see they have some really neat etchings up there, and the view from up here makes it worth it. All right, have a good one. All right, later, bye. And just a heads up, if you're coming up here and you're thinking, well, that looks easy, if you're working on rough knees, you might want to make sure you bring your hiking stick. Some of the steps are pretty small, and some of the steps get pretty big. All right, have a good one. Later, bye. TLC and LadyScorpion, and we are now leaving the Saguaro National Park. We were able to have lunch in the park. It was just really neat. The number of flowering plants that were surrounding the bases of them, of the cactuses, it was a foreign landscape. We're from Ohio, and we don't see cactus very often, and it was just so amazing just to immerse ourselves in the park with that many cactus everywhere. We'll see them on somebody's porch or in their windowsill, and those are 0 to 10 years old. I guess they grow 1 inch in their first year, and up to 10 years they'll only get to be like 3 to 5 inches tall. So to see the just size and just the comparison when you're standing right next to them and you're walking through them, the paths through this area has just been absolutely amazing. You've really got to, if you get a chance, definitely come here and definitely check out this treasure. All right, thanks, bye.
It calls to me like a mother to her child at supper time. It blooms from every tree in early spring. Can I be held responsible when the wind calls out my name? I don't write the song that nature sings.